In the know, nonstop Vikings talk. It's Purple Daily on Score North and ScoreNorth.com. Purple Daily, presented by Surly Brewing Company.
My understanding is that Rodgers has agreed to terms on a massive new extension for 4 years, $200 million in new money. So a long-term extension rather than a short-term deal, $153 million in guaranteed. The deal is front-loaded, so Rodgers gets a lot of it early, and it also lowers his cap number this year, which allows the Green Bay Packers to do a lot of the things they want to do in free agency, including keep Davante Adams as well.
I love it. So Ian, that was Rap Sheet, right?
Yeah.
Ian Rappaport.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
So he comes out with super detailed information, not just like Rodgers signed an extension, and I'm hearing it's for around $200 million. It was like, here's the extension, here's a bunch of information. Yeah, it's lowering his cap hit for 2022. Like it's plugged in information. And Rodgers comes out and tweets, "Hey everyone, just want to clarify a couple things. The contract signing report is false. You know, he uses the word "sign" in air quotes. So the Rodgers drama sort of continues, I guess. But he
can't help himself. He cannot help himself. He needs it.
He needs to control the narrative. Yes.
It's his air, man. It's amusing. I think if you're a Packer fan, it's great to have a guy that can win a ton, but it's got to drive you crazy at times.
Dude, it is. I think a lot of Packers fans after that loss to the 49ers are like, all right, whatever. I'm done with this guy. Now we get 4 more years. So, all right, this is Purple Daily. We don't really care about Aaron Rodgers anymore. He's back with the Packers, but we do care about the Vikings quarterback situation. So, there's a trigger warning if you don't like Kirk Cousins talk, you might want to avoid the show this week. But we recommend you stay. The show is presented by Surly Brewing Company and TCL TVs. They have a new lineup of award-winning TVs. Someone just tweeted a photo of their drinking Surly with a TCL TV that they bought yesterday.
Oh, wow.
Tweet us your cans. Tweet us your screens.
I love it.
It's awesome.
I absolutely love it.
Show us
They
your
deliver
screen, show us your apps.
Show us your boots. No, don't show us those. Deliver the most entertainment with stunning resolution, all at an affordable cost. Enjoy more of the things you love with TCL. So Derek tweets into the show, my question is, if Kirk Cousins successfully pulls a Stafford and wins a Super Bowl for another team after being forced out of Minnesota, will you admit that you were wrong and eat crow? That's the beauty here, Derek. We can tell that you've never consumed Purple Daily, at least on a Wednesday, because every Wednesday we fire it up. Accountability session. Write that down, predictions. Let's get it. Here we go.
Most make predictions and then never admit they're wrong. Yeah, that's not Mackie and Judd. This is the place where we just totally own our horrible predictions.
Write this down.
And eat them for breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
Write that down.
It's Write That Down.
Write it down. You like writing things down.
With Mackie and Judd.
Judd, will you eat a literal crow live on Purple
saying.
Daily? Will you carve open the chest of an actual crow and eat the insides if Kirk Cousins wins a Super Bowl somewhere else?
With another team?
Or even with the Vikings?
Absolutely, I will.
Wow.
Yes.
It's verbally binding on Wednesdays.
Absolutely, I will. Because the odds of Kirk Cousins winning a Super Bowl after what? Didn't win a championship in high school.
He didn't come close, no.
Didn't come close in college.
No.
Hasn't come close yet. I mean, has been fortunate a few times to get in the playoffs.
Has he won a division in the NFL?
Washington?
I think it was a 9-7 year. I think in 2016 they might have won. I think they were home for that because the Packers beat them.
Well, I don't want to slander Kirk here. Okay, I want to respect the king of. They did win a division in 2015, and then they got beat in the wild card round. So he is a division champion.
He's a division champion. So I will be happy to eat crow if this man wins a Super Bowl.
a literal crow, an actual.
I mean, it can't be alive. It can't be.
No,
I can't kill
you
it.
verbally committed.
Peter would get upset. I'm not going to offend my friends.
Oh yeah, don't mess
from
up
PETA. PETA will come after me, and I've got Stella, and she's on my side.
Okay.
So.
All right, so we do, Derek, Twitter guy, Twitter warrior. We do every Wednesday on both Mackie and Judd and on Purple Daily. We admit that we were wrong, and we're wrong quite a bit on the show, shockingly. Here's how Write That Down works. It's the most innovative and I would say the most daring segment in all of sports talk because how many shows around the country actually put statistics to their predictions? I think the answer is pretty much zero, except for us. And here's how it works. 3 Vikings or football-related predictions each week from everybody. They must be quantifiable. We keep track of completion percentage and touchdowns on this version of Write That Down. And listeners, if you want to participate like Connor is about to, just send us a message through the Score North app. There's a feedback tab. We also compile your comments, questions, concerns, and speculation for episodes throughout the week. So, all right, Judd, you had a bunch of stuff come off the board. Are you prepared mentally?
You see, this is what I do. I have things immediately come off the board. I step up.
Look at this. All right, you went pretty crazy with the Aaron Rodgers and Russell Wilson predictions throughout the year.
Yes.
And both those guys made decisions yesterday. So Aaron Rodgers, you said, will be the quarterback of the Las Vegas Raiders in 2022. You said Rodgers' last season in Green Bay will be the 2021 campaign.
This is a wide array of a time period as well, too. Like, this is months and months of me just forgetting what I had said previously about these quarterbacks.
Or hedging, I guess.
No, forgetting.
You said Russell Wilson will be traded to the Giants this offseason. You said Russell Wilson will be with the New Orleans Saints in 2022.
See, this is 6 months apart, though. Let's give me credit. I was coming back with hot new takes.
But you did say this, and I do think ultimately this is a touchdown. I mean, you just keep throwing the ball down the field, and eventually someone's going to run underneath it.
Yep.
Yeah,
the odds were against Wilson being traded this offseason, despite some of
Pete
the
Carroll.
speculation.
We have no intention to trade Russell Wilson, remember?
No intention. Isn't that the exact word that Rick Spielman used for
I think Percy
Stephon
I think on
Diggs?
Percy.
Okay.
Yeah, we have no intention to trade Percy Harvin.
You said Russell Wilson will not be with the Seahawks next season, so we're gonna give you a touchdown pass on that one. It took you a few attempts.
Yep.
But that's what you throw the ball down the field, and you're not going to hit every one of them.
Old school quarterback. That's Tarkington circa 78 right there, boys.
All right, let's move on to old Macadac here. All right, it's kind of a rough week. Well, I did say that by this week's Write That Down, Kirk Cousins' contract would remain untouched. So despite the fact that he wants to be a Viking for life and
don't forget,
loves it here, yeah.
Those predictions also, I think, were made by the most hungover person I've ever seen appear on Write That Down.
Write That Down.
Your eyes were like open with toothpicks.
And
Kirk Cousins.
I was also dealing with a 3-hour time zone change. It was, it's like 6 o'clock in the morning Eastern
Declan's right.
time.
Your voice was all messed up.
It sounds like you'd smoked like a whole pack of Marb Reds like right before coming on. I've been there. We've all been.
Yeah, and I've never smoked before, but my voice gets raspy after I drink 9 cocktails.
That'll do it. That'll do it.
Yeah. And then when you mix the wine and the cocktails and a beer, like it's never.
The wine. What are you doing with the wine? Come on.
Yeah. I love red wine.
I'm not a wine guy. Can't do it.
That's because you're not 30 yet.
Professional wine.
Once you turn 30, you'll start drinking red wine.
Okay.
No, you won't.
You'll dabble.
No, you won't, Declan.
All right. So I was right about that. That Kirk, as much as he wants to be here and play here forever, it's like but only if you make $45 million a year. And shocking, he did not agree to a team-friendly restructuring the last week. I said incorrectly by March 20th, 2022, there would be credible reports that Rodgers will retire or wants to be traded, and he is back with the Packers. We can probably take this one off the board. I had a 4-item parlay saying the Cowboys would lose to the Niners, which they did. They would fire Mike McCarthy, which they should have. And then they would promote Kellen Moore to head coach and hire Mike Zimmer to be the DC. I mean, that's what probably should have happened.
We've all been there. We've all been there when they should have done something that we said.
Why is Mike McCarthy still the coach of the Cowboys? What is the point of that exercise?
That franchise, since Stephen Jones has basically trumped his father as the decision maker, has become a lot less fun. Like, it's a lot more like they're thinking things out. I like the old days.
Maybe Mike McCarthy should start thinking things out more.
I am not a big fan, so I don't disagree with you.
I said Kellen Moore. Put Kellen Moore there.
Oh, he might be next year. Who knows?
Mm-hmm. I said the Packers would trade Rodgers for at least 2 first-round picks. So.
Oof.
Should have said Russell Wilson instead. All right, the listeners, I think this is a
Hey.
touchdown here. The listeners, Matt said either Aaron Rodgers or Russell Wilson will be specifically the Broncos' starting quarterback in 2022.
Yeah.
Love it.
100% touchdown.
Nice tutty.
That video that we played on yesterday's episode, too, of Kwesi and George Payton and also Nathaniel Hackett sort of, doing the bro hugs in the hallway.
Did you warm up for me?
Nathaniel Hackett was very happy in that video, almost like he knew that they were about to trade for Russell Wilson. And
Probably.
I think at the end where Kwesi says and George Payton, yeah, we'll talk. I think that was sort of, hey, if this thing falls through, we'll talk about Kirk Cousins, but didn't fall through.
Hey.
It's just me reading the social dynamic there. Alex said Aaron Rodgers will be a Raider in 2022. And Chris said by the 2022 season, Rodgers, Russell Wilson, and Deshaun Watson would all be on different teams while Rodgers is going back to the Packers. The and is the key there.
Yep.
And Declan, you had nothing come off the board this week once again.
Yep. Very safe.
So you're sitting there, 42% completions, 3 touchdowns, leading in both categories. Listeners are at 26.7%, 2 touchdowns. Judd's at 22.7% and a touchdown. And I am off to a tough start, 20% and no touchdowns.
No touchdowns
on the season.
It's surprising.
No. I know. I think I had 5
You had
midway
early.
through March last year. So
And
gotta
clowned
pick up-
me. You clowned me quite a bit at the time.
yeah, because you check down more than anyone on the show.
But I don't check down as much now. Now I'm throwing the ball down the field.
It's a small
We
sample.
just admitted to that.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
just
Maybe,
admitted. Well, that's a good point. That's a good point. I'm coming back.
Maybe throw out some Super Bowl proposals, and you can go
coming
at the
back.
top here or something. Maybe we got that.
Let's just
All right.
say it's a long season.
Let's get our guy in here. Guest listener predictor Connor joining the show for the first time. What's going on, Connor? What's your strategy today? Are you which quarterback are you looking to emulate and write that down?
Gosh, definitely not Kirk Cousins.
It's a good start, Connor.
Has anyone ever
Probably-
met an actual Cousins Crusader in person before, or do they only live on the internet? Like, have you guys ever been like at a bar and there's just like a roving gang of Cousins Crusaders,
Just with 8 jerseys on?
8 jerseys,
No.
clean shaven, big smile.
No,
No,
not,
just
not,
on the
not,
internet?
Not in a group. No,
Not for me.
The gal's little brother loves him some Kirk and thinks he's the best, just because he loves his statistics and all that stuff. But he's also 14, so I give him a little bit of a pass.
Oh, yeah, he's
But I've yet to be like an
14.
actual adult in his 20s who's a couple cocktails in with me at the bar who comes up as a Cousins Crusader. I've yet to see that happen.
I feel like the Crusaders are not to go too far down this path, but I feel like they've got agendas that are really, really deep. And like Kirk is probably like 5th as far as the agenda. Like there's other things they care about and are
He's the
passionate.
surrogate. He's the
Yeah.
surrogate.
So like it's not like I'm just a Crusader. I have other things, and then I happen to love Kirk Cousins.
Can I go as far as saying I don't even really consider him a Viking? Like, I've been watching the Vikings since the 80s. I feel like he's his own – he's like a branded mercenary. And you can you can paint the Washington colors on him, and then you can paint the Vikings colors on him. And he's like a brand that just kind of – he's like a hired gun that travels from brand to brand, and
Well-
eventually he'll be on a different brand. But I don't consider him a Viking. I consider Brett Favre more of a Viking because it just felt like he embodied the franchise more and
Because Brett Favre
gritty and leadership.
Cared about the act too. Like he was the same way, but he was much better at playing off the act of, oh, hey, here we go. I'm a
Hush,
Viking.
hush.
Yeah, and he wasn't. But I think the problem is Cousins doesn't even care about the act. So it's not like he tries to ingratiate himself and be like, oh, I'm a Viking and I love the Vikings. His act, you can see right through its paper.
He's like photoshopped into Vikings history or
I
something.
said corporate quarterback.
Yeah,
He's like a
super
scripted
weird.
quarterback.
All right, glad we got that off our chest there.
Yes.
to start
Let's
the
stop.
show.
Let's move on. Let's go.
All right, we're going to get into it here. We're going to start with our guy Connor, and we're going to go around Judd over to Declan, and then back to me. The predictions must be quantifiable. That's really the only rule, and they must be football related or show related. So, Connor, what's your first prediction? Hit us up.
All right, write this down.
Write this
The
down.
Vikings' first-round draft pick will be somebody from the SEC.
Okay.
Some interesting options out there.
Stingley, maybe a cornerback, something like that.
Matt Corral, could they? We don't know which quarterbacks they like. We don't know if they're going to draft a quarterback. I guess we'll see.
Oh, Corral.
Corral. I'm sorry.
Corral.
We get notes
yes.
every time. It's like Golden
sorry.
Corral.
It's one of those dudes that I feel like I've seen his name in print 1,000 times.
I'm
but
not
I have
criticizing
not
you.
watched enough of his games.
I do
to
the
hear
same
that.
thing. I'm just saying I love that note. Hey, Mackie, it's like Corral.
No, they're right though. I should get the name of
get your
a future
college-
Vikings quarterback correct.
Get your college names right. Damn it, Phil.
All right, Judd.
The Vikings will sever ties with either Danielle Hunter, Eric Kendricks, or Adam Thielen next week. That
Next
means
week. Okay, so between Sunday and Saturday.
Wow.
Between Sunday and Saturday, correct. And that means, just to be very, very clear, that means either a release or a trade. So like sever ties. They're just somehow gone but they're gone. So not restructure, not renegotiation. Danielle Hunter, Eric Kendricks, or Adam Thielen, Declan.
Yeah, these
And by
dudes are
when,
kind of
Judd?
creeping in the weeds.
Next week. So starting on Sunday, ending on Saturday.
Okay.
Yeah,
so that
it
would
all
be
feels a
the-
little quiet.
Yeah, it's too quiet.
That'd be the 19th. So by I just want to make sure the dates are right here. So by Saturday, March
Yep.
19th. Okay. I didn't know if you wanted next week to write that down or okay. March 19th.
Nope, I'm not saying no.
Let us know when
Okay.
you're done thumbing
Okay.
through your calendar there.
Yeah.
Write
no,
it down.
just
You like writing
very
things down.
weird phrase, but okay, just making sure.
It is
All
kind
right.
of it is oddly
Next
phrased.
week.
It is oddly phrased. Yeah, but
you said Sunday through like next week could mean I interpret that as next week's write that down.
No, okay, see, here's the problem. Just quickly, Declan. If I meant next week's write that down with the phraseology of the show, I would have said next week's write that down.
All right.
This is like a Harvard
Well, next week,
law
but
class.
that could be
on
next week could be
semantics.
then March 14th.
All right.
okay,
Next
are we
week is March
clarifying too?
15th.
It is Central Time. Like if this happens
Yeah.
I just want to make sure.
Easterns, Western, Mountain.
Let's go Central.
Okay.
Okay, March
Declan.
19th.
Write it down. You like writing things down.
Similar vein of Judd, I will say Danielle Hunter will agree to some type of restructure on his contract by next week's write that down.
Okay.
Danielle Hunter will agree to some type of restructure, or you know what? Reworking. I'm going to use reworking. I'm using reworking.
Dude, we ran
I'm
into
using
this last
reworking.
year because
Reworking.
didn't we run into this with Danielle
Judd-
Hunter?
Yes.
Is
I'm
it
just
an
gonna say
extension? Is it a
reworking.
reworking? Okay.
Reworking.
A remolding. A
Yes.
remolding. Okay.
Reworking, remolding. By next week's, write that down.
All right.
All right. Write this down.
Okay.
Get your pens
Write
ready.
it down. You like writing
Amazing.
things down.
Kirk Cousins
Oh boy.
will wind up with one of these 4 teams. I'll say by the start of you know what? Let's just go by the start of training camp. We'll go by the start of training camp.
Okay.
Okay.
The Colts, the 49ers, the Panthers, the Dolphins. We'll get to the Panthers thing on Mackie and Judd today, by the way. The Panthers apparently are laughing at the idea that they are interested in Kirk Cousins. So we'll get to that. So Colts, Panthers, Dolphins, 49ers. Write it down.
Write it down. You like writing things down.
All right. Back to Connor, your second prediction.
All right, 2-item parlay. We're going to go with the first one. CJ Ham will not be a Viking next season. And
Okay.
Tyler Conklin will sign with the Denver Broncos.
Wow. Is Tyler dumb question. Is Tyler Conklin a free agent?
Yeah.
A
He is.
straight up unrestricted free agent.
Free agent.
It is, man.
He ain't coming back.
I'm gonna
There's
lose
no way
Conklin.
he's coming back.
Especially with
We're
Irv
not gonna
Smith.
pay him.
Irv Smith's going to
Yeah.
be with a bullet the number one.
Write it
And
down. You like writing things
keep in
down.
mind, they use one tight end. I love this whole thing. Well, I got CJ Ham now. I got 2 tight ends. I might rethink my entire philosophy of offensive football. No, Kevin, you're not going to.
Yeah. They're like more receivers, please.
It's going
Write
to be
it down. You like
all
writing
tight
things
ends, you
down.
guys. That's all we're going to use is tight ends next season. All right. Write this down.
Judd's next prediction is presented by the company that has helped him shave like 20% of himself
That's what you
off
just said. Did I get a razor endorsement?
soon.
Stella, where's my script? Yes, that's exactly right. In fact, I'd like to talk right now about the fact that you can write this down. Livia Weight Control Centers is going to help you lose weight. I guarantee it. Write it down. Guess what, folks? I'm down 30 plus pounds. And here's the best part. The word is weight control, not just diet. And so I'm down 30 plus pounds, and now I'm going to keep that weight off thanks to my friends at this great place, which present to you the I Did It 8-week challenge, where you get your first 8 weeks for free with Livia. First 8 weeks for free. I lost 26 pounds in that time. Imagine 8 weeks, 26 pounds down for free. 855-GO LIVEA, Livia.com, LIVEA.com. Write this down. Satisfaction guaranteed. Livia.
And
Weight
since,
Control Centers.
we're all about helping the audience here, we're all about not only, fun Vikings discussions every day, but really, life advice and improving holistically. And I think, I think the bedroom is probably part of that. And that's where Valley Park Medical Clinic comes in. They are dedicated to providing breakthrough ED remedies to men in the greater Minneapolis area. Do not be embarrassed. It's okay. Everyone struggles under pressure sometimes.
Especially if you're sports dad's age.
Yeah, exactly. Things just aren't quite working the way that they used to.
People get older, man. Fact
20,
of life.
30 years ago. And Valley Park's approach is medical. You'll meet with a medical provider who will review your medical history, examine you. This team is highly trained, and the treatments are drug-free and non-invasive. Surgery-free as well. Check them out at valleyparkmedicalclinic.com. valleyparkmedicalclinic.com.
Write this down.
All right. Go ahead, Judd.
Russell Wilson will lead the Broncos to at least 13 regular season wins in 2022.
Whoa, that's a touchdown.
In that
division.
In that division, but with a spark. I think the Broncos, I think George Payton in some ways here is going to school on and actually one-upping the Brett Favre thing. I think he saw what Favre did, and he's like, what if we did that earlier? What if we had done that quicker, right? And so I'm going to say that the Broncos are going to pop, and Declan's the key term, at least 13 regular season wins for the Broncos.
Dude.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a tough division. And it's amazing, you're Josh McDaniels. You just took that job. Derek Carr, they went to the playoffs last year, and now you are staring up at, for sure, 2 future Hall of Fame quarterbacks.
And
Justin
your old
Herbert
team.
is damn good.
The Broncos.
Yeah.
Team you failed miserably because you were
nuts.
a dork.
Because you're a dork, yes.
Write
Josh
it down. You
McDaniels
like
was a
writing things
dork
down.
as a coach. He was a terrible head coach that time.
Yeah. Terrible. All right.
All right.
Write this down. I have a Seahawks and Broncos prediction as well, actually. So the Seahawks and Broncos play each other this year. I don't know if you guys saw this. They will play each other, and I believe it's Denver going to Seattle. So I will say the Seahawks and Broncos game will be a primetime game, and it will be played in the month of September. So my thinking here is they want to obviously have the storyline of Russell going back to Seattle. However, Seattle's probably going to be a dumpster fire next year. They're at least tracking to probably be a very bad football team, but they still want to put the primetime matchup there. The best way to do that is just put it early, when maybe they're only 1-2 or 0-2, so you can just get it out of the way early. So I will say it's a primetime game, and it will be played in the month of September.
Okay.
Did you guys see the reckless speculation that is circulating this morning, though?
I don't know, maybe.
Regarding?
If Deshaun Watson's legal troubles are cleared up or clear by Friday, Deshaun Watson has moved high atop the list of the Seahawks quarterback options.
That's interesting. And they definitely have the capital.
Yes, and they released Bobby Wagner last night, and so they're clearing out cap space, which, by the way, I have heard, I'm not positive, I've heard that's a good idea.
Clearing cap space?
Yeah, I've heard it's a good idea. I'm not familiar with the concept. I personally myself like to be tight against the cap, just in life in general. But Deshaun Watson in Seattle would provide a spark that they were definitely missing after yesterday.
So the money is pretty even between Russell Wilson in terms of cap hit and Deshaun Watson?
I will actually have to look, but I'm guessing that is the case.
It's around 38 to 40-ish. It's in the same ballpark. I know that Deshaun Watson's. It would be hard for me to root for Deshaun Watson, just all the allegations. But from a football perspective,
yeah, exactly.
Who would you rather have at quarterback the next 4 years, Russell Wilson and Deshaun Watson's younger? He's 28.
If Deshaun Watson
Russ
has
is 33.
If Deshaun Watson has his life in order, Deshaun Watson.
It's interesting. I would still lean Russell Wilson, but people have just kind of forgotten about Deshaun Watson.
Right.
And I think he was a pretty consensus top 5 or 6 quarterback 2 years ago.
If it's Watson v. Wilson, I think that game's probably in November. If it's not, Declan might be right.
Okay. All right. And the schedule probably comes out in like May. So
Write it down. You like writing things down.
All right, write this down. I'm gonna go with this one. I have two left here. I'm just trying to choose which one to go to. I think I'm gonna piggyback off Declan here and say that the AFC West will be represented in 7 or more. You know what? I'm gonna bump that up. I want this to be a touchdown. In 8 or more Sunday or Monday night football games. And now, obviously, if they play each other, it hurts my cause. I'm looking to sort of spread this out, but I think you'll see the AFC West playing on Sunday night or Monday night football at least 8 times.
Wow.
In this upcoming regular season.
That's a definite touchdown, dude.
Think about, you're going to see, I think there's a freebie where they do the Monday night doubleheader in that first Monday night. Like, they have to play it. There's got to be a West Coast team, so it might be a freebie.
I thought they stopped that.
Did they?
I don't know.
I thought they didn't do that last year.
No, well, maybe they'll bring it back.
Write it
they
down.
spread
You
things
like
out
writing
more.
things down.
All right, Connor, your third and final prediction.
All right, I'm going to need Judd to take off his headphones for this.
All right, let's make sure, Judd. We'll wave our arms when it's time for you to come back. Okay, headphones are off.
All right, so 2-item parlay again. First one, Judd will break his record for longest pie chart of blame or praise this season. And the
What
second
is,
part
hold
to
on,
it,
Dex, real quick, for Declan, I think the longest
I think it
he's,
was
in terms of time, wait, Connor, time or number of things?
time.
What was it, a 14? What was the record?
I think it was like 13 or 14, yeah.
Okay.
That's what it was.
Let's just say for the sake of this that he will have is it fair to say a 15-minute or longer pie chart in 2022?
That works.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then the second part to that, Judd will hand out a piece of pie of 75% or more to the quarterback position of the Vikings before the bye week.
I love it. I love it. Great work, Connor. Great work here. Since you've got this platform on Purple Daily, you're a first-timer here. Is there anyone in your life that you would like to thank that brought you to this pinnacle moment?
I'd like to thank my wife for putting up with my Vikings fandom. And I'd like to thank my brother. We're both big-time Vikings fans. And I'd like to thank you guys for liberating me from the cult of Kirk.
Oh, wow. Great. Awesome. Will you eat a literal crow with us if Kirk at some point wins a Super Bowl?
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah, let's eat some crow.
Let's dinner for 15. Dinner for 15. Oh yeah, sorry, Judd. Sorry.
Judd can come back.
Sorry, Judd. All right, Connor, great work. We'll say goodbye to Connor, and we'll get you on again sometime to make some predictions. Sorry, Judd. We were actually done like a minute ago. I just forgot to.
We're supposed to wave our arms.
I'm
Remember,
sorry.
not
It's my
this.
fault.
We're
I'm
supposed to
sorry.
do this. It's like the airplane landing.
Oh man. All right. Let's go back. Let's go back to Judd. Your third and final prediction.
All right, I'm going to go a little bit out here on this one, but what the heck? At least one assistant off Kevin O'Connell's coaching staff will be named an NFL head coach in the next 2 seasons.
Okay.
So either after 2022, which I don't think is likely, or 2023.
Probably Wes Phillips. Wouldn't Wes Phillips be the?
That's what
I
I'm
think so,
saying.
too.
If you know the secret sauce, you know the secret sauce. And if the Vikings have success, especially if they keep Kirk and Kirk has a good year, that's going to help the cause. And so, but I'm not giving a name, so that's off the record.
Has the ship sailed for Ed Donatel?
Yeah, he's not head coach.
Mid-60s.
Ed's a good guy. I don't believe he's head coach material. I think he is a career, and there's nothing wrong with that. I think he is a coordinator, and that is his ceiling, and he's fine at that.
Yeah. All right, Dex, your third and final prediction here.
All right, my
Write
final
this
one. Write
down.
this down. Eric Kendricks will be cut, traded, or have his contract restructured by April 1st. So I'm just giving you the rest of the month of March, basically. So by April 1st, Eric Kendricks will be cut, traded or have his contract restructured. Write that down.
God, everything's so quiet. Everything's just. They shook up the entire front office. They blew out the 16-year head trainer.
Don't worry about it.
I know. I'm just saying.
It's coming.
I think people have been lulled into a sense of, oh, okay, yeah, the roster was actually great, and Mike Zimmer was the cancer, and Rick Spielman were the cancers, and they're just going to run this back with different leadership. I think that's the sense that a lot of people have.
Keep having that sense, folks. Keep having that sense.
All right, my third and final prediction presented by not the beverage Judd just took a sip of. He's being responsible this morning and drinking water, but later on tonight, I'm guessing he'll be drinking something else.
I don't know what you're talking about. I have no idea what you're talking about. Oh, you're talking about this Surly Furious IPA. Yeah, I'm going to be having a couple. And do you know why? Because this is the most wonderful time of the year as far as I'm concerned. National Football League free agency coming up. It's fantastic. And there's only one beverage. There's only one drink that, in my opinion, really accompanies the greatness of the National Football League free agency period. And that is a product from Surly Brewing. And in particular, the bell cow of my life. That's right. The running back, 30 carries, 5 receptions, and 8 chip blocks. Forget Dalvin Cook. Surly Furious is the bell cow. Make it your bell cow, too.
Love it. Hey, 2 things. If you're a business owner out there, we do have a couple openings for the next 6 months or so. If you want to get your business's message out through Purple Daily or Mackie and Judd, hit me up. Send an email to the show, pmackey@scorenorth.com. Also, if you're a business owner, Federated Insurance has been helping business owners for over 100 years. They're based in Owatonna. They're one of us, so to speak. They've been supporters of various Minnesota sports teams throughout the years. And they're here to help elevate your business to another level through risk management, tools, resources, a dedicated marketing representative that can help you with any issues. Federatedinsurance.com. And remember, at Federated, it's our business to protect yours.
Can I jump in just quickly, very quickly, and say this? If you own, and you could be big, you could be little, I don't care, a coffee shop, okay? Ladies and gentlemen, I give you right now just a plain old white cup. But do you know what's in here that I'm consuming every single day in multiple cups? Because
Schnapps?
I can't be drinking Surly at this hour. It's coffee. So if you want the message about your coffee shop, it could be Dunkin' Donuts, it could be Ma and Pa, I don't care. You know what? All you got to do, give me a cup, fuel me with your coffee, and I will talk about it each and every day on this podcast. And no matter what your age, my guess is once you hit about 20, you're drinking coffee.
You need to write with permanent marker, your coffee here, your coffee brand here.
That's right.
Just a little arrow.
I will hold your cup here. I mean, I got my Surly cup, but I'll bring in something else as well. Anyway, thank you.
All right. Final prediction here. Write this down.
Write this down.
The Vikings will restructure, cut, trade, or extend at least 4 players between now and next week's. Write that down.
Okay.
Wow.
So they will restructure, cut, trade, or extend at least 4 players between now and next week's. Write that down. Is that a touchdown?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay.
4, yes.
All right.
And oh yeah, no question about it.
Okay. Yeah, I think we're about to see some action here.
If you get 4, you get a touchdown.
Okay. All right. Well, there you have it. Those are the predictions. That's where we admit that we were wrong every single week. It's the most innovative and potentially career-threatening segment in all of sports talk. Purple Daily, we got you covered here. I'm guessing we're going to fire up some emergency podcasts at some point in the next week and a half, maybe multiple. So we're just at the ready. I was just scrolling through Twitter last night, just waiting for all right, Aaron Rodgers, Russell Wilson, what's next? Is Jimmy G next? Is Carson Wentz getting traded? Kirk Cousins? So, got you guys covered.
Or the unexpected. Wilson to the Broncos yesterday, I sure as hell didn't see coming.
No, that was glorious.
So,
they had
anyway,
that thing lined up.
The
All right, that's a
unexpected
wrap. Purple Daily, Daily Vikings Entertainment. We just want the Vikings to win a Super Bowl before we die. See you guys.